Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to drop a like on this video and sub to the channel as well. The smoke is cleared from the 2022 New York Pro, and Blessing Awodibu walked away victorious. Immediately after winning, Blessing Awodibu would grab the mic and tell Nick Walker that he is the real king of New York. So in today's video, we will actually be comparing Blessing Awodibu's 2022 New York Pro winning version to last year's 2021 version of Nick Walker winning this title. And let's see who's the real king of New York. Now, just taking a look at this front relaxed pose, I actually like Nick Walker a lot. Blessing Awodibu, he's very aesthetic, but he still needs a little bit more mass to be competitive. This is a bodybuilding show, guys, not a classic physique show. So right here, I would probably guess that throughout this comparison, Blessing is probably going to look pretty good compared to Nick, but still going to need a little bit more size. So let's see what we have here, guys. Starting off with the front double bicep comparison. So the first thing that my eyes were drawn to was Blessing Awodibu's biceps and his small waist. Blessing actually has incredible biceps, either matching or beating those of Nick Walker. But once you guys take a look at the tricep bellies, not even close. Nick has incredible arms. And top to bottom, Blessing definitely flows a lot better. But take a look at the leg department, guys. Take a look at the quads. Look at the mass that Nick Walker has packed onto those quads. And I believe Nick Walker suffered a leg injury either right before New York or right after. So his quads weren't as good at the Arnold Classic or the Olympia. This was probably the best version of Nick Walker's quads that we seen last year. But overall, top to bottom, I would have to go with Nick Walker. Blessing Awodibu could win this show with thicker quads, however. Now, taking a look at the front lat spread, which is Nick Walker's worst pose, as we all know. And this was actually Nick's best execution of this pose throughout the entire season, but he still needs to find a better way to execute this pose. This pose will go to Blessing Awodibu. Look at the upper body, guys. Incredible. Look at the delts, the arms, the fullness. And Blessing also has very tiny joints, which make his muscles appear a lot bigger than what they are. You know, the muscles seem to almost sweep off the bone. Specifically, if you look at his very small wrist and you compare it to his forearms, you just make the illusion look a lot better. Nick Walker could possibly be winning this shot, but he just has to find a way to hit this front lat spread. But incredible shot for Blessing Awodibu. Still needs to bring up those quads a little bit. Now turning over to the side chest pose. Do we have a battle here, guys? Upper body for upper body, chest for chest, Blessing Awodibu is definitely winning. Even if his chest may not be bigger, pretty sure it's bigger though. It definitely covers more surface area. Blessing definitely has a better execution. I feel like he does a better job at displaying the arm that is closer to the judges. But lower body for lower body, Blessing honestly doesn't have too much going on. I mean, you see slight striations in the glutes, but when you look at Nick Walker, you can see the dryness of the skin. You can also see a slight hamstring drop, which was a little more drastic for Nick throughout the season. Once again, Blessing Awodibu could possibly win this shot if he was able to develop the legs a little more. But as of right now, I take Nick Walker in his side chest. Now let's turn around to the back shots, guys. And this is just going to be domination for Nick Walker. Did I even size this right? Nick Walker looks huge. I'm pretty sure it's sized right. But the first thing that jumped out at me was Nick Walker's hamstrings and how big his quad is from the front, guys. From the back, it's very noticeable that Blessing Awodibu has longer legs and a shorter torso. Now, back for back, Blessing actually has a pretty good back. You know, his back looks pretty 3D. I'm not sure if I would take it over Nick Walker. If we just go back for back, I'll probably go with Blessing Awodibu. But for the entire upper body, I actually like Nick Walker. You know, you can tell that he's a lot drier. Blessing has overdeveloped glutes. Nick has underdeveloped glutes. Now, taking a look at this rear lat spread. Nick Walker's best rear lat spread I've ever seen to this date, man. And this is going to be a Nick Walker shot. Blessing just has to bring those legs up. And I guess the guys he are competing against don't really have the biggest legs. So it isn't really as glaring as it is against Nick Walker, who just has these horse legs. But so far throughout this comparison, as I said from the beginning, you know, Blessing looks pretty good, but he still needs to put on a little bit more muscle to be competitive with the top guys, especially in the quad area and in the hamstring area, because this is a pose Blessing Awodibu should be winning, but he just needs a little bit more development to beat a guy like Nick Walker. Now, turning to the side tricep pose, and Nick Walker actually hit this at the New York Pro. Later on throughout the season, we see him hit more of a Dorian Yates style of a side tricep. So going back to what I was saying the other day, guys, Nick arguably has the best arms in the IFBB, but I'll be giving this pose to Blessing Awodibu. So even though Nick has the best arms in the IFBB, if you're not able to present your physique in a very good manner, you will lose poses to a guy that has almost no tricep at all. Nick Walker should never ever lose a side tricep to Blessing Awodibu, but because Blessing has a better presentation, I would definitely go with him in this shot. And that's my daily posing rank, guys. I usually get about one a day in now. So finishing up here with this most muscular shot. And Nick Walker looks incredible, man. It's definitely going to be a runaway shot for Nick. I'm not trying to be too harsh on any of these guys. I'm just giving my honest thoughts while looking at this comparison. And I think Blessing should probably hit a different most muscular. You know, this shot honestly flattens out his chest a little bit. His waist looks a little bit wider, and he doesn't have the best triceps for this pose. Taking nothing away from Blessing Awodibu, I just think he could actually be presenting his physique a lot better in his most muscular shot. And we're going to finish up with the crab and Nick Walker still with the hands on hip. And I think the crab is a little better shot for Blessing Awodibu, you know. But overall, I think Blessing Awodibu has the potential to beat Nick Walker once he brings up the quads and the hamstring some. But as far as this comparison is concerned, I don't think it was really close. Nick Walker was incredible at this showing. And honestly, Nick Walker had some shots better at the New York Pro than later in the season, such as the front lat spread and the rear lat spread. They were actually pretty good compared to the lat spreads that he were executing later on in the season. But as always, let me know in the comment section below, guys, how do you feel about this comparison? Did Blessing beat Nick? Did Nick destroy Blessing? If you haven't done so already, guys, be sure to drop a like on this video and sub to the channel. It's free, guys. You guys have to take advantage of the free things in life, like subbing to the channel. I'm out.